Yes.
That wasn't pretty bad, that was really bad.
Yep.
Batting, referrals, outs, it was just, that was the video tape, how was it?
Yeah, bad day. Bad day.
It just looked at the team that was going for 107 million, the first finish, the first test, the jail, the partnership done it again.
Oh, we didn't bat well, full stop. Yeah, the referrals that certainly could have been better from our point of view. Bucky Rogers got that wrong with Shane. He told Shane to take it, so that's just the way it goes sometimes. And then he should have used one on himself, but he probably didn't want to after wasting one. So, look, as long as they learn from it, that's the thing. We've certainly got the bowling side of it right with the referrals now. Now the batter's got to get that part right. The big thing for us is making more runs. Simple. Top order failed again, and we need to make sure that we're actually learning from our mistakes, and probably haven't done that from the first innings of Notts to the first innings here. We showed glimpses, but we've got to bat better. It was more one-day batting than test match batting.
Darren,
yeah.
Is that spell from Peter Siddle, has that kept you in the game, or have you got no chance in this match after the way you played?
No, you always got a chance. Yeah, funny game, cricket. I've seen big totals chased down, and it is a good wicket. It's certainly not a 128 wicket. The pleasing thing was the fight back from the bowlers, considering they only had 55 overs off. To come back and do that tonight was exceptional. So, key is we've got to bowl them out tomorrow morning or mid-session or whatever it may be to keep us in the game. We know that.
Was there a bit of anger in the way that Peter Siddle bowled or the rest of the Australians? I mean, are they getting annoyed with the batsman for not just giving them a chance?
No, all together. We all bowl together, we all bat together, and as the 11 batters, we didn't do well enough. Simple as that.
Darren, obviously you mentioned what the problem is, but it's been that for a while, the runs. Are you getting the impression that your message is getting through, or what you're trying to change about that is getting through?
Well, not when you get bowled out for 128. It's certainly disappointing as a coach, but look, as long as we're always trying to learn and get it right, and we do have to get it right quickly, there's no doubt about that. We're not shying away from that issue at all. So we know we have to improve our batting over periods of time and bat a lot more than 55 overs. We believe the plans are right. Our shot selection was poor today. Simple as that. I mean, I think 8 out of the 10 were self-inflicted, to be perfectly honest.
We've seen the way you've sort of relaxed the group and got them working together, but have you had to read the right act to them over any of this?
Yep. Done and dusted, but they'll stay in the rooms.
Darren, just back to the Watson referral. Shane's copped a lot of criticism here and back home for referring it. You're saying it wasn't his fault, he was told to refer it?
Yeah. Chris told him to refer it. He thought it might have been sliding down, so it was poor decision.
Even if you take the referral out of it, how damaging was it to lose Watson just over before lunch when he got to 30? Is it a bit of a turning point?
Well, very much done for 42. I think we lost 10 for 86. Does that sound about right? So just before lunch, disappointing. I mean, especially when he was playing so well again. We need our batters once they get in to go big. We know that. We had a couple of blokes get in and not go big today. I think they bowled out for 128. So we certainly got our batters to make sure, especially the top order, top 6, have got to start making hundreds.
Tim.
Derek, it was a great fighting performance in Trent Bridge, and a lot of the players have talked about how good the spirit is, but do you really sort of feel this is the real hard end of being Australia coach? I mean, you're still very new in the job. Is this a real tough time for you personally?
Oh, I love it. I'd love us to make a few more runs, to be perfectly honest. But it's a great role. We've got something to work with. We've certainly got to improve. We know that as a group, on and off the field, and make sure we're going in the right direction. And that's all I can really add as a coach. It's disappointing that he seems to give me all the bad days. But that's what I say. You can call them whatever you want, really. I get these days, and that's just part and parcel of coaching.
I think they'll get called Darren Lehmann days if it's bad.
Hopefully we don't have too many here.
Bad day.
Yeah, bad day, Buff, that's fine.
Just regarding I suppose the issues with the batting, it's the sort of stuff that's going to take some time because it's not just within the Australian team, it sort of exists at domestic level in Australia as well. Yeah,
at domestic level we haven't made enough hundreds either, to be perfectly honest. Batting times, it's hard work, and you see the England players have had a lot of hundreds in their top 5 especially, so that's going to take time. It's going to take time for the players to trust it and believe they belong at this level. They certainly have all the attributes to play at this level, there's no doubt about that. It's the execution and the match awareness more so than anything else.
Do you think those issues are sort of being addressed at domestic level at the moment as well?
Yeah, I think so. All state coaches would be saying the same things of how to play a long innings, because in state cricket we don't have too many of those either.
Yeah, Peter Siddle had a real dig at the end there, but do you think the lack of fight from the batsmen, when the going got a bit tough, do you think that was an issue?
Oh, they're fighting. We just got bowled out too quickly and some poor shots.
And how do you fix the decision making sort of within this series?
Very quickly, hopefully. We speak about it every day, and that's all we can do. Get people that are willing and wanting to learn, and that's what they're doing. So they obviously have to improve very quickly, we know that.
Darren, can you clarify what happened with the Phil Hughes one? I mean, you went to the review almost immediately, and then there seemed to be some doubt about the hotspot and some doubt about the noise. But
I don't know, but he felt like he didn't hit it, and he didn't hear anything, but it showed up a little spot on it. So yeah, that's what it's there for.
Just following up on that, are you happy with the margin for error that's associated with the technology, or because we're hearing how instances where players believe that they're not out and they are?
Oh, look, the system's, it's there, it's in place, it's the same for both sides, and I think it's a pretty good system, to be fair. We've got to use it better, to be perfectly honest. We're not using it well enough at the moment.
Darren, a lot of your players have come in over this series and said that you'd really encourage them to play their natural games and to go out there if you feel like hitting it, go and try and hit it. Do you think you need to try and get them to curb some of those natural instincts to try and get over this problem of not scoring enough runs?
There's freedom, but there's also rules within that, and at the moment we're not following them as a batting group. So, some of the shots today were certainly not what we talk about, and using match awareness is the biggest thing for us, and making sure we're playing him at the right time in the right circumstances.
How do you get that match awareness? Can that come from you as a coach, or is it just an experience thing?
I think it comes from all of us, coaches and players, and communicating out there what you can and can't do.
Well, with the DRS, is it a matter of confidence in a similar way like batting? You find confidence, find form. Do you think sometimes
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
And how do you sort of remedy that?
We just keep practicing and getting it right, don't you?
How do you practice something like the DRS?
Well, I don't know, we'll borrow your camera and see how we go. Look, I think we've got the system in place for fielding. Batters, they'll know out there, they should have a fair idea. And they talk to, obviously, the non-striker, and they'll have a better idea as well. So, it's just hopefully they make the right decision. We haven't done that yet.
Shane Watson just way back, it's always twice susceptible to that one coming back. He pops his front foot down there, doesn't move, but then he's got to try and get around it. And he's certainly bowling it.
Yeah, but he was pretty good both innings, the last test and even this test, first innings, and then just did it. He's talked about it, he knows about it, we know about it. Yeah, just got to get better at it.
Do you think Shane Watson's far away from getting out of this mould of making starts and not kicking on?
I think he's close to having a big score, yeah. But I don't want to keep saying that either, to be perfectly honest. We want him to make big scores. He's a very good player, and we've had a couple of good starts, to be fair. We were none for 84 in the second innings of Notts, and none for 40 in this innings, and we should be making big runs from there. A lot more than 128.
Darren, you've seen quite a lot of Ian Bowling county cricket as well as international cricket. Just how impressed have you been with him so far in the series? I believe Ryan was saying last night that you've spoken about following his example.
Well, he just stays within his limitations, doesn't he? And that's test match batting at its best. So I've been very impressed with him. Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. We'll finish it up. Mick? Well, I was just going to ask you, Darren, it's unusual to see an international coach listen to the commentary. Why did you do that?
I don't have all the ideas, so why wouldn't I listen to everyone that speaks about the game? I think it's fine. I think that the commentators, and certainly our legends of the game, more so than myself, I'd listen to their point of view, and we certainly have taken some ideas out of that. You'd be mad not to.